class, we're still in particle system 2. We'll go layer new solid. I'll call this light streak. I'm going to hide the layer below it, and I'm going to turn off the particle system just so my computer runs faster. So now it's just seeing this one layer. I'm going to add particle system 2 again, and we're going to go over parenting the position of the producer to a null. Now in particle playground it's called a cannon, and here it's a producer and it's shooting outward. Alright, so you got your particles coming out, layer new, null object, there's my null. I'm just going to move it so it's basically at the center of where the particles are coming out. Alright, now here's where it gets interesting. This is the light streak layer. We're going to ignore the first one. Light streak, producer, position, right up here. Producer position. I'm going to option click on the stopwatch for position, and this is going to create an expression. Here's my expression down here. I'm going to use the pick whip right down here, the little squiggly. And what I do is, I'm going to click on the null layer and press the P key for position. I'm going to make this a little taller so we can all see what I'm doing. Alright, so I've option clicked on the producer position to start setting up an expression. And I just hit the P key on null to set up the position. I'm going to grab the pick whip, click and drag to the word position under null. And this is my full expression. It auto-wrote it for me. So, as I move my my null position, I'm going to click here. I'm going to go forward in time. And I'm just going to move it manually, just because it'll be fastest. Go forward in time again. Move it again. Go forward in time. Move it again. You can click on these, grab the handles to get smoother shapes throughout your motion. That's what I'm just doing real fast. I'm just smoothing this up, and then I will bring this down to here. Like that. I'll just change the shape of that. Okay, so it's traveling along this path over time. We're not even going to get into altering the grid, using the graph editor to change these keyframes. I'm just going to keep it linear, keep it simple. Alright, so I've got the motion, but it's not looking the way that I want it to look. And here's the reason why I want to do that light streak long exposure effect. So, I go to physics. I do not want explosive. I want direction. Now they're starting to move out. And as I said before, velocity, I'm going to make that 0 so I get a nice fine stream. Already getting better. Radius, let's try 1 and 1. Now it's already a tighter band. Gravity is pulling it down. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to get rid of my gravity and give it a little bit of negative gravity just for this, so we're getting something interesting happen over time. Now you're starting to see the effect as it's happening. Let's make the 0. See, it's already a tighter stream and it's almost got like a feathered look. If I make this a little wider, see how it changes drastically. So I'm going to just leave this at 1. I'll leave that at 1 as well. And you can alter your settings however you want. Obviously resistance will pull it down more. Particle, I'm going to make maximum opacity 100. And let's see if there's an opacity map. I do not want fade out, I want constant. So that it's constantly coming out and following. Because if it's appearing as it goes through time, it's not going to be the look that I want. I'm going to change this to screen. See, I'm already liking that effect better. Sorry about that. Change it to add. That's much better. I'm already at 32 bits per channel. I'm liking that. Random, I'm going to keep that none. Opacity constant line. Let's try faded sphere. See that? Already much nicer. Now my sphere size, the birth and death size, I'm going to change. I'm going to make it get smaller as it dies. Have it nice and right about, yeah, that's looking good. Size variation, none. So, it's a little choppy here. That means I need more particles. Crank that up. Fill it in. Now it's filled in. We've got the effect looking the way we want. See what happens if I make it last a little longer. Go change these colors. Let's do blue. And yeah, right. All right, we'll keep it like this. That's basically the effect I want. Let's do more particles. Have them last longer. And you see the color changing over time. Finally, on the light streak layer, we've got the particle system. I'm just going to throw a glow on it. And obviously there's third-party glows that you can get if you feel like it. And already that's looking much better. You can edit your glow however you want. Change the intensity. It's all up to you as a designer. You could animate this over time with your keyframes. Like I said, the possibilities are limitless. It's just up to what you want to do with the time that you've got. So that's a neat way of getting particles to follow a null, or say it was you wanted to do like a Harry Potter wand effect. You could do this, parent the null. I'm going to teach you motion tracking soon. I believe that might be the next class. You would track the wand, and the particles would follow along. So if you're going for, you know what, I'm not even going to show you. That'll be for the next tutorial on just changing the path of this and what you want the particles to look like. But that is basically parenting with Particle System 2 in a nutshell. All I did was I just option clicked on the producer, the position of it. I option clicked right there, drag my pick whip up to the word position, and it's magically parented to it. And then we just change the look of the particles and their motion to match the effect that I wanted to get. Very useful. You could even use this to draw on words if you want. Like I showed you with the path tool, making motion paths like that to spell out a word. You can have the particle follow along and, you know, give a nice magical look to your letters appearing on the screen. So I'm going to save this. Remember, save frequently, save often. And then we're going to tackle Particle World, and using custom particles and video to really kick up particles a notch. And you're going to have a lot of fun with